and welcome back to another video. This week you join me for my final stop in El Salvador. We're camping under the stars in La Unión at Espiritu de la Montaña. I give you a tour around camp. We wake up in time to watch the sunrise over the Gulf of Fonseca, where the borders of El Salvador, Honduras and Nicaragua meet. And I take you with me to learn all about the indigenous Lenca people. Stay tuned to find out everything you need to know before camping in La Unión, El Salvador. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to see more travel videos from Central America. We're on an adventure! Today we're going to do the camping at Espiritu de la Montaña in La Unión. It's bright and early. It's like 7:45 and we're off to find the meeting point to start our day. I'll take you along with us. Strap yourselves in, it's going to be a good one. Arrived at the top of the camping space, got a little bit of coffee from the shop, and we're kind of just all setting up camp for the day. It's around like 9 I think in the morning, and we're literally, all we have to do is camp out here. The journey up here was pretty bumpy. Do you want to say hi? Hello! She was watching me film. Introduce yourself, tell them who you are.
I'm Gabriela. I'm from Canada. I'm half Colombian, half Canadian, and we're just here on this journey in the wild today, and
we're having so much fun.
Yes.
I was just telling them what we're doing and how bumpy the ride was.
Oh yes.
But it's fine. At least we didn't walk, and it took about an hour. And I'll show you the view. The viewpoint at Espiritu de la Montaña looks out onto the Gulf of Fonseca. The Gulf is divided into 3 parts between El Salvador, Nicaragua and Honduras. In total, there are 35 islands, 22 belonging to Honduras, 9 are part of El Salvador, and the final 4 are Nicaraguan territory. Of the islands belonging to El Salvador, the biggest and closest is Conchagua. It's home to more than 950 people. The second island in the background is called Menaguera del Golfo, and it has more than 2,000 inhabitants. The guide also explained to us that one of the islands is a nature reserve where only guards and military can enter. The most visited island of the country is Zacatillo. The long stretch of land in the background is Nicaraguan mainland. In 1835, the volcano Conchagua erupted and spat out the little rocks that are in the ocean in front. These are called the farallones, and locals are said to use them as a rough marker for the border of Nicaragua. It was so useful to understand what we were looking at, because with some moments in travel, it's hard to fully appreciate a good view without knowing the backstory. After gazing out over the landscape for a good while, we headed into an interesting leather art gallery before making our way to our museum of the indigenous Lenca people that used to populate the mountain.
Hug a tree.
We've been told to do this. It wasn't actually our idea. Yep. So we're currently hugging a tree. Although the Lenca people no longer live in La Unión, their legend lives on. The name of the campsite, Espiritu de la Montaña, or Spirit of the Mountain, is an ode to the Lenca people. In ceremonies and traditional practices, the Lencas would make offerings to their gods. The circular discs on the steps up to the temple are what they used to make these offerings, so the guide made it clear to us we weren't meant to walk over them. Inside the museum, we heard the story about the legend of Espiritu de la Montaña, centering around Comi Sahual, a Lenca priestess known as the Flying Tiger. Comi Sahual is now the guardian spirit of the Conchagua Volcano, which oversees the Gulf of Fonseca.
Lovely presentation, I know. Some tortillas. These, which my friend here kindly brought with him, which we're also sharing. Nani japonés. They're so good. Yeah, they're really good actually. They really know. I think they have like nuts with an outer shell. Top snack in El Salvador. Liam. These just we get package and salted peanuts. Ooh. So we're gonna tuck it into our ball eggs. Yeah. There you go. Buen provecho.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
Rodrigo. Yes. Eggshells are biodegradable, yes?
Ketchup.
Oh, they even have servilleta, forks.
We have the sauce and the salt.
Fantastic.
I know, mine broke straight away.
Wow. That is what we call fine dining.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you made one.
Buen provecho.
Muy delicioso.
Muy delicioso. Do you want some ketchup?
Welcome to camp. So as you can see down there, it's got our luggage storage area,
And then these are the two beds
that we're looking at under the trees. It's actually magical, fantastic. Look at the view. As night drew in, we watched the sunset over the Gulf. We decided to have dinner at the restaurant at the top of the mountain. They have the traditional breakfast available all day. So as it was the most affordable option, we all had breakfast for dinner. It was around $5 each.
Para el video. Es un regalo de Colombia, pero se vende aquí en la tienda.
And the real one knows that the best one is the red one.
Yay!
The guides at camp told us that there was forecasted rain, so we wondered whether it would be a good idea to sleep the whole night under the stars. At 2 a.m, the heavens opened with thunder and lightning. Thankfully, by that point, we had all been told about the rain, so we were already in the refuge in our sleeping bags. When it rains in Central America, it pours, so I'm not sure even the best of tents would have survived dry and well rested. At around 5:30 the next morning, we rolled out of bed and back to the viewpoint to watch the sky pop with colour. Soon after, we headed back down in the shuttle to take us into town, as that day we'd catch a boat from El Salvador to the next country on my travels, Nicaragua. So all that is left for me to say is thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all your lovely comments on the videos from El Salvador, and I hope you're just as excited to see what we get up to in Nicaragua. Remember to leave a like if you got this far, and a comment so I know you did, and I will see you all next Sunday for another video. Bye!